Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Continuing our top 15 series. We've got something special lined up for you today. I know so many of you have been asking for a customer reviews analysis for this one. Well, we're finally doing it. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
Opening things up, our first reviewer gives us their take.
This reviewer has experience with several similar portable power stations and finds that this particular device sits near the top of its class among off-brand models. While not outperforming all expectations, it's a solid and recommendable unit with no significant issues. Several thoughtful design choices stood out to our reviewer. A recessed, soft handle helps reduce the overall size, making it easier to store in compact spaces compared to models with protruding handles. The layout is also well conceived, with the 12-volt and 120-volt sections physically separated into their own interfaces, which helps reduce cord clutter and visual confusion. Another smart touch is the slightly recessed buttons for the light, a small detail that effectively prevents them from being accidentally pressed and draining the battery when not in use. On the performance side, a critical feature is that the unit appears to stay on until manually powered off. While some might see this as a power drain, it is essential for running appliances that cycle on and off like a mini fridge, ensuring they receive power whenever they need it. This power station also boasts a slightly higher capacity than many of its direct competitors, and every extra watt-hour is valuable. For those interested in solar charging, its ability to handle a higher voltage input allows for a wider range of compatible solar panels and potentially faster charging times. However, this client did note a few minor downsides. The aesthetic design felt a bit gaudy, and a simpler, more understated look would have been preferred. The power draw from the AC inverter when idle was also a little high on the upper end of its range. Finally, the port selection felt slightly dated, with only a single USB-C jack. Given that most modern phones benefit from higher power charging, swapping one of the multiple USB-A ports for an additional USB-C would have been a welcome improvement.
Excellent. Let's find out what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer wanted to share their experience with this portable power station. Right out of the box, it needs a charge, so you'll need to use the included AC adapter to get it going, or a compatible USB-C cable. There are other ways to charge it, like with a solar panel, but you'll need to source those cables separately, as they aren't included. Our reviewer was happy with the array of output ports, which include a DC barrel jack, 2 AC outlets, a USB Type-C port, and 4 USB Type-A ports. This client received the 300W model, meaning that it can handle devices totaling up to 300W continuously. It can supposedly handle a 600W peak, but the sustained output is half that. The screen is easy to read, and the built-in handle makes it convenient to carry. Plugging in devices gives you a live power readout on the screen, which is a nice touch. There are also a couple of things to note regarding the power buttons. The USB ports have a dedicated button on the front, and the AC outlets have a separate button on the side that needs to be pressed and held to activate them. Overall, this reviewer really likes this power station. It's simple to use and can power a lot of small devices, even lamps, fans, and a mini fridge during a power outage. Plus, it has a built-in flashlight with different modes, including a cool white light, a warm light, and a flashing strobe for emergencies, making it a versatile addition to any home.
Alright, let's find out what our next reviewer has to share.
This reviewer found this power station to be a surprisingly handy piece of kit. Its compact size makes it truly portable, easy to toss in the car for camping trips or outdoor adventures. The display is a definite plus, remaining clear and legible even under direct sunlight, which is a big deal when you're relying on it outdoors. While the abundance of USB-A ports is appreciated, our reviewer noted the single USB-C port as a minor drawback. Solar charging is definitely a viable option, but the unit seems to limit the input to 60 watts. This client feels that a higher maximum charging input would significantly improve its overall charging speed. The included wall adapter also reflects this limitation, being a 60-watt unit. However, the power station handled being connected to a larger 200-watt solar panel just fine, simply regulating the input down to its 60-watt maximum. Despite this charging limitation, our reviewer found it to be a perfect companion for running a mini fridge, powering it for around 8 hours on a single charge, plenty for a day of keeping drinks and snacks cold. For the price point, this client felt that it represents good value, particularly considering its primary purpose. While the low input current is a limitation, this reviewer would still confidently recommend this power station to a friend, highlighting its portability, clear display, and decent battery life for small appliance usage.
And that's a wrap. Like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you've got thoughts. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.